Hello Pokemon trainers, welcome back to another Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Battle Stadium singles video here on iStarLead TV. This is part of my Road to Master series where I try to climb the online ranked Battle Stadium singles ladder. And today I am continuing to use the Staraptor team that I showed off in my previous video, using Choice Banded, Terra Flying Staraptor to deal obscene amounts of damage to anything that does not resist it. So let's see if we can get some more Brave Birds going. I'll post a link to the previous video as well as a Pokepaste for this team in the description if you want to read more about it or watch more of it instead of just kind of spending time going over it here, since I already did that in the previous video. So we're 2-1 now. We did hit Ultra Ball rank, and if we can somehow get lucky and win 3 in a row in this video, we should be able to hit Master Ball. But, you know, I'm not too worried about that. I just want to have fun here, like I said. I'm trying not to let the metagame get stale. It's not getting stale, you know, I'm still fine with the metagame as it is, but we are going to have the same metagame until July, so until the end of June. So yeah, I'm trying a lot of new things here just so it doesn't get stale. Anyway, looking at my opponent's team here, they actually are decently weak to Staraptor in that they have nothing that resists it. So basically, none of their Pokemon want to switch in on a Brave Bird. Now, so I do think I will be bringing Staraptor. However, even though that's true that their Pokemon don't want to switch into Staraptor, their team is pretty good. Their team is really bulky, and they also have a lot of good fast Pokemon, the two at the bottom right there. So yeah, this is going to be a little tricky here. I do want to bring my FlutterMane, which again is Terra Normal, which if it were Terra Fire, that would be really good against the Scizor. But I think FlutterMane's pretty solid against their whole team, depending on which sets they're running. And then I do want to bring Staraptor. From there, I do think I might just end up bringing something like Dragonite here. Dragonite doesn't enjoy going one-on-one with Scizor though. And then they do have Wo-Chien and Ting-Lu, which are both really bulky. I think my whole purpose is going to be, you know what, I actually think I'm going to lead with Staraptor here because it's really good at just dealing a ton of damage to the Pokemon that would otherwise give me trouble. Like, basically all of their bulky Pokemon don't want to take a super powerful Brave Bird for my Staraptor, so I think that's why I want to lead with it, because I expect them to lead with one of those. Worst case scenario, they lead with something like FlutterMane or Iron Bundle, but they actually lead Wo-Chien, which is perfect. This is the best possible outcome for me, because I should be faster than them. Okay, well, it does weaken my attack, and if they Terrastalize, that actually could be a problem. I'm trying to think of what I would want to Terrastalize in this matchup if I don't end up Terrastalizing Staraptor, and honestly, because Wo-Chien's so bulky, I think I'm actually just going to Terra right here. We're just going to see how much this Brave Bird does. This could backfire if they have a really good Terra type here and they end up taking a little bit of damage. Like, if they end up taking the hit well, we're going to be in a lot of trouble because we don't really have too many things that can easily break through Wo-Chien. I mean, we do have FlutterMane, which has super effective moves. They are Terrastalizing as well. Usually these are like Terra Poison, Terra Fairy, which I wouldn't mind. They are Poison, okay. I still think this is going to take a ton of damage. I don't know that it'll kill, though, because of their ability. And if they're max HP, max defense, that just really helps them. But let's see how much this does. This is the true test of Staraptor's power. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. There you go. That is the test of Staraptor's power. My attack stat was even lowered there because of their ability, and I still cleanly one-hit KO'd them. I do not think they were expecting that. I wouldn't be surprised if they were like not max defense though, because I don't know, I still feel like a max HP, max defense Wo-Chien probably lives that. But I mean, again, that's the whole reason I'm running Staraptor, is just to do that to Pokemon that don't expect it. So now they're going into Iron Bundle, and I cannot stay in, obviously, unless I want to. Okay, they have a booster energy. It boosts its speed, that's good to know. Yeah, I don't want to stay in here. The big problem though, I actually might have to sacrifice Staraptor now, because the big problem is if I switch into Dragonite, it's kind of as good as dead there. Okay, well, they did already Terra, which is great. I'm just going to go ahead and Brave Bird. Maybe they'll overpredict and go for Hydro Pump and miss. Of course they don't, though. They really have nothing to lose by going for Freeze Dry. In fact, Magnezone, I don't think that critical hit mattered. The reason I have Magnezone on my team, I know I didn't bring it to this battle, but the big reason I have Magnezone on my team is to take on Iron Bundle, because otherwise it's just so good and has such great coverage. Now, because I do no longer have my Terra available, Dragonite is absolutely not going to want to come in on Iron Bundle, which means I'm probably going to have to go into FlutterMane here. Now, unfortunately, they have booster energy with the speed boost, which means they are going to be faster than me. You know, one of the reasons I ended up running booster energy with my FlutterMane with this particular spread is so that I could outspeed opposing FlutterManes and opposing Iron Bundles that do not have booster energy, but of course, because this one does, that is going to be a problem for us. So they already terastallized, which means they will take super effective damage from Power Gem, which I think is going to be my play here. I could go for Moonblast, which is solid damage and a chance to lower their special attack, or I could go Mystical Fire, which will lower their special attack, but I think it's just all the same. I think I just rather just get off as much damage as possible, and they go for the risky Hydro Pump, and they do hit, which is really unfortunate here. Now, oh, I just cleanly knocked them out though. I guess Iron Bundle does have really low special defense, so this works out really well for me. If their last Pokemon is FlutterMane, I am in big trouble though. Although I should be faster than theirs and I can get off a big Shadow Ball. Actually, if their last Pokemon is FlutterMane, I actually could possibly win. Unfortunately, their last Pokemon is Scizor, which is horrible for the FlutterMane matchup, and there's nothing else I can do. I cannot Terastallize here, so I just have to click Mystical Fire and just pretty much die to the Bullet Punch. The reason people run Scizor, pretty much the reason, is because of FlutterMane to keep it in check. And then now with Qian Pao being in the meta, I think it's also a good counter to that as well. But yeah, so basically my point there was there was no way that they don't have Bullet Punch there, so I knew my FlutterMane was going to die. Here is where things can get a little interesting. Neither of us is great in this matchup, and also neither of us, like, I don't know, I guess it depends on what moves they have. Looks like I am faster though, but yeah, we have multi-scale. We are also bulky Dragonite, so if they just go for a damaging move, that's actually great. They do go Swords Dance though, which is definitely scary. Okay. Sometimes I do run Fire Punch on my Dragonites. This is not one of those times. I'm just going to click Earthquake. They're probably going to Bullet Punch, which is actually pretty bad for me. I know I take it. Ooh, I don't take that as well as I thought I would. This Earthquake has to do some good damage for us, otherwise we're losing this game. Yeah. I don't think I mean, with how much damage that Bullet Punch did, Bullet Punch is going to be doing, what, double damage now? Is that right? I'm Earthquaking. I don't think, if we die here, I don't think I went for the wrong play, basically. Ooh, we do survive. Perfect. Okay, I think I win this. Really close battle then. Nice. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, I just figured, I thought, like, okay, with the first Bullet Punch doing that much, I thought that the second one would do double that, basically, which is what happened, I guess. And then I figured if I go for extreme speed there, there's no way I kill them. So I might as well just click Earthquake, and if they happen to kill me, then, you know, it is what it is, right? I feel like in that situation, I played to the best of my ability. I think, given the cards I was dealt, or rather the cards that I dealt myself, the Pokemon I brought, I played the best that I could, or maybe not the best, but I played decently well given what I had. Maybe, as always, maybe my mistakes came from like the team selection screen, but I still think I did okay. And I mean, I'm really happy that that video showed, or that battle showed, the power of Staraptor, because, you know, something like Wo-Chien is otherwise really annoying, and it's really, really difficult for Pokemon to take out Wo-Chien. It's really difficult for any given Pokemon, even some of the best Pokemon in the meta, to like one-hit KO Wo-Chien and even Ting-Lu. So those are two Pokemon that are really difficult to deal with. And if you have something like Staraptor that just kind of can absolutely annihilate something without them expecting it, then, you know, I feel like Staraptor did a really good job there. Even though it did not sweep their team, that's kind of not what the point of the Staraptor is. The point is to kind of be able to get rid of one of their big threats like that, and then the rest of my Pokemon can have an easier time, which is what happened. Let's go to game 2. All right. So, are already noticing some trends with the Ruin Legends. I mean, they're really good, so it's not surprising that my opponent has some of them. Now, once again, we have an interesting situation here where Staraptor can destroy almost everything on my opponent's team. I think it will one-hit KO or two-hit KO everything on my opponent's team except for that Magnezone, because Magnezone actually 4 times resists Brave Bird. I mean, I do still have close combat for what it's worth, but I try to never use it. I try to just only click Brave Bird. But anyways, with that in mind, I'm still not even certain I bring Staraptor in this match. I kind of want to bring Breloom. I like Breloom here because it has a decent matchup against... It has a decent matchup against everything. And especially since it's likely they're going to lead with Ting-Lu. And then maybe I do bring Staraptor though, right? Staraptor, and then Staraptor is going to have a tough time against the fast ones. Chien-Pao and Magnezone. And I think Dragonite might be my... not my best bet. Ting-Lu, my own Ting-Lu is also a decent option here, but I'm just going to bring it like this and see what happens. It's kind of scary. I mean, Chien-Pao is pretty scary, but if I can somehow weaken it a little bit, that's where Stealth Rock would really come into play, or come in handy. But if I could really weaken it a lot, then Dragonite could clean it up. Otherwise, of course, Dragonite does not have a great matchup against Chien-Pao because of the typing. They have Dream Ball Ting-Lu, that's pretty cool. But we do lead Breloom, which I thought would be, you know, I thought that they would lead with their Ting-Lu, which is pretty much why I led Breloom. And this actually lets me go for a Spore turn 1, because Ting-Lu's pretty slow, I believe, or at least, you know, I doubt they ever run speed investment, and Breloom should be faster here. So I just get off a free Spore, which is a great place to start for me, and then I think I'm just going to follow up with a Bullet Seed. Now I could go into Staraptor. I'd go into Staraptor. The downside to that is it's possible they switch into Iron Moth here, because Iron Moth can take a lot of hits from Breloom. I'm just going to switch Staraptor though. If they stay in, then we get to just click Brave Bird and basically one-hit KO either Ting-Lu or whatever else comes in, right? Maybe not one-hit KO, but... Okay, they stay in. That's perfect. I mean, that's kind of the reason we're running Breloom. I mean, all right. Once again, let's check. Is there a Pokemon we would rather Terrastalize here? Terrastalizing Dragonite helps us against Chien-Pao. I mean, but you know what? I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it again, everyone. That's why we're playing Staraptor. I want to see if we can do it one more time. They could also Terra here as well, although like I said previously, Ting-Lu and Wo-Chien very commonly run like Terra Poison because it counters their dark type weaknesses, or their you know, fairy type weaknesses because they're dark types. All right, let's see how much this does, everyone. Oh, once again, I don't think they were expecting that. Obviously, it didn't one-hit KO, but it does so much damage there, and usually Ting-Lu runs like Stealth Rock, Whirlwind, Ruination. Okay, yeah, so they're just dead. So once again, we get to eliminate one of their bulkiest Pokemon. Now, the reason that they survived that is because Ting-Lu's natural defense is really, really high, and then they also have a really high HP stat, whereas Wo-Chien's HP is really, really high, and then its defense is not that high. It's a little high, but not that high, and then they have the ability that lowers attack. So, you know, typically, as far as physical bulk goes, Ting-Lu is bulkier. Now they go Chien-Pao though, and at this point, I think I have to stay in. Yeah, I think Staraptor served its purpose once again. It's sad that Staraptor has to keep playing like that, where its only purpose is to just deal a ton of damage to one thing and then pretty much faint. But again, eliminating Ting-Lu is huge for me, so I'm really happy with the way this worked out. Now I need to make another decision here. Breloom will help me more if they have Rotom in the back, but Dragonite will help me really well if they have... So basically, if they have Rotom in the back, I think I want to go for Dragonite here, because Dragonite can take Chien-Pao down pretty low and then eventually faint, and then Breloom can come in, knock out Chien-Pao, and then have a good matchup against Rotom. I think I'm going to go Breloom here, though. This is scary. They could also play smart and preserve their Chien-Pao, which would also be pretty scary because of the priority. Now, of course, Mach Punch is a real threat here. I actually think I'm just going to Spore, because I have Focus Sash, so even if they attack me with a move, they won't knock me out here. So I think I go Spore here. They also have no immunities. Oh, they're Terrastalizing. If they're Terra Grass, which would be extremely weird. If they're Terra Grass, then obviously this is horrible for me. I think they might be Terra Dark. Yeah, okay. I wonder if they're going Sucker Punch here. Oh, if they're going Sucker Punch, that's huge for us. That's amazing for us. Oh, they just go Ice Shard. Okay. I wonder, maybe they figured by going for Terra Dark, they would take Mach Punch better? Huh. Interesting. Okay. It's going to be kind of weird. This is going to be kind of weird. I'm going to Bulldoze here. Yeah, because I thought they would switch. So if they go Iron Moth or Magnezone, they might die. Oh, it's Gardevoir. Okay. That's still okay, though, because I think they're going to still take a decent chunk of damage from Bulldoze. And lowering their speed is good for us because if they are not Choice Scarf, we actually should outspeed them now. I'm going to Bullet Seed. I guess that was kind of dumb. Oh, perfect. Okay, there we go. There we go, everyone. All right, so I think we just won that game because their Chen Pao's asleep now. I think I'm just going to double Mach Punch. I'm just not going to mess around here. I'm just going to Mach Punch. It should do a ton of damage to them. And then they should stay asleep, and then we should knock them out with the second Mach Punch. If by some miracle they wake up after the first one, we still have Dragonite in the back to finish them off with Extreme Speed. And with Multiscale still intact, I think we do have a good chance of surviving an Ice-type move from them. So, wow, okay, Breloom. And that's one big reason why I brought Breloom on this team, because it really, I mean, it's just been a great Pokemon for me, and it helps a lot of the Pokemon that Staraptor has trouble with. It can put them to sleep or just kind of like threaten them with its powerful moves. Okay. So I don't think there was anything else I could have gone for there. I think the only way Bullet Punch knocks them out, maybe, I'm not even certain, is if I get lucky and get 5 bullet seeds in a row. But we should win the game here because they're so low on health. I'm pretty sure an extreme speed knocks them out. I am bulky Dragonite, but I don't think it matters. Perfect. That was another close one, and another one where we got to show off Staraptor's power, eliminating one of the bulkiest Pokemon in the entire metagame. And I mean, Dragonite is Dragonite. You know, I'm in new teams I'm building and teams that I've been working on, I'm trying not to bring Dragonite just because it's like kind of like an easy Pokemon. It's like a really reliable Pokemon to bring. It's just really, really good. But you know, I mean, there's a reason it's good, right? There's a reason everyone brings it because it's so good. But yeah, that was a great one. I'm really, really happy to keep showing off Staraptor's power. Hopefully you can try out this team too. And again, it's a little rough because oh, my rank didn't update, but it's a little rough because again, there's a lot of Pokemon in the meta that have it out for Staraptor. A lot of Pokemon that, you know, give you trouble because they're so fast and everything. But again, you just hit so hard sometimes that people just don't expect that. All right, so this team here, once again, they have a few Pokemon that Staraptor is happy to see, like Toxapex and Wo-Chien, and even to some degree Scizor. And then they have a few, half of their team is Pokemon that Staraptor does not want to see, which are the very fast offensive Pokemon. So this could be a, I haven't brought Ting-Lu, but I just kind of feel like it's so likely that they lead with either Wo-Chien or even maybe Chi-Yu that I don't think I want to lead with Ting-Lu. I don't think Ting-Lu has a good matchup against a lot of their team. So I actually think I'm going to be leading with Staraptor again, just because I don't want to lead with Breloom, because if they happen to lead with... I think Breloom might be good here, but it just has a lot of kind of rough matchups as well. Magnezone's also an option here. You know what? Magnezone actually looks okay. I might... If they have Chi-Yu, I might want to Terra Magnezone. And then I think I'm just going to be bringing... It's either Dragonite or Breloom again. Magnezone has a tough time against... I think... This is tough. I think it's going to be Dragonite. It's a little tough, though. I don't know. And as far as... I think one issue with the Pokemon I brought here in how they work together is... I mean, in some ways, they kind of work against each other because all three of them kind of want to Terrastalize. So we're going to have to make that executive decision of which one to Terra. They lead Chi-Yu, which is probably something I should have read into given that I have Breloom on my team, and they probably predicted that. So We're off to a pretty rough start here because we don't have a good switch into this thing. Huh. And I actually think I'm dead if I stay in. This is actually really bad. So we might just be losing Staraptor right away. Huh. Alright, here's what I'm gonna do. No. Oh, this is rough. Alright. If I stay in, I'm pretty sure I'm dead. But if I switch into Dragonite, they break my multi-scale, and then I can go for like, or I can go for like extreme speed against them, but that's not going to do that much damage. Alright, I think I just have to sacrifice this. It's alright. I mean, Staraptor had a good run. If I miraculously survive, then we get off a ton of damage against them. But that was a crit. I don't think that crit mattered. Their ability lowers my special defense, and I don't have great special defense, so now I get to go into Magnezone, and I'm gonna go ahead and Terrasilize here now. Wait, is this my analytic Magnezone? Not that it matters too. Oh no, it has Magnet Pull. Is this is not shiny, right? I can't really tell because my analytic Magnezone is shiny. Anyway, I think we just Terra here. It's probably obvious, but water is a decent type, so they probably don't have a good switch in here. Huh. They stay in. If they go, they might be choiced, and they very well might not be. Again, this is like the most obvious play, so I don't think they're going to go for Flamethrower again unless they're choice. They do. Interesting. I am Assault Vest, though I don't take that amazingly again because of their ability, but this should knock them out or reveal that they're Focus Sash. And then if they have like FlutterMane in the back, I like that, of course. Okay. Okay, so we even things out a little. Again, I do not think that critical hit mattered. It might have, though, honestly. But we're evening things out here a little bit. You know, we both have 2 Pokemon left. Sure, one of my Pokemon is a little bit weakened, but Water Magnezone also has like a decent matchup against everything on their team. Also, if they go into Scizor, which I don't know that they would, but if they happen to, they can't switch it out with my Magnezone because I have Magnet Pull. Okay, FlutterMane, huh. Flash Cannon's probably obvious, right? So they might just Terra? Do I just go Thunderbolt because it's the safest? Or do I go Flash Cannon because it's the most damage? If they don't Terrasilize, they might just die, right? They've got to Terrasilize, right? Oh, I'm so bad at these predictions. Oh, if I Flash Cannon and they Terrasilize, I think I just Thunderbolt. No, I pressed up. Well, we'll see what happens here. I pressed up on my joystick. Oh, okay. No special attack drop. Okay, cool. Wow. Okay, that worked out perfectly. That's funny. Okay, well we don't knock them out. I forgot how much that did. I think there's a little chance that we might survive. The funny thing is, I did click up on my joystick and like. My finger, the way it hit it like didn't really register. It didn't really go upwards. So I ended up, and you know, I meant to click up and then A right away. Like that's just how my mind did it. But since it didn't really register, I didn't click up and then I just pressed A. So that's why. Anyways, okay, so unfortunately we cannot extreme speed them. I guess that's in a moment where if they had Terrasilize, that would have helped us because Dragonite would be able to extreme speed. I think I just have to Earthquake here. If their last Pokemon's a physical attacker, I mean, if their last Pokemon's Chien-Pao, GG. If their last Pokemon is Scizor, we have a chance. Okay, so yeah, that does a ton of damage. They're dead, and then comes down to the last Pokemon. So given that we've played against, well, I don't even know if this is Scizor yet. I was about to say, given that we played against 2 Scizors in this video, I kind of want Fire Punch on my Dragonite, but it's Chien-Pao. Okay, GG. We are, once again, for the 80th time, we are bulky Dragonite, which means that... Huh, let's see. No, yeah, there's no way. I'm trying to think, like, okay, if they go Icicle Crash, and they miss, we go back up to full health. Okay. So that's a high risk, high reward play. If we Earthquake... No, if we Extreme Speed, I don't think there's any world where we knock them out. Even a critical hit. Like, we're bulky Dragonite. We have only 12 EVs in attack. We are not We're not Terrasilized here. So if I extreme speed, pretty much any move they go for kills me, so I'm just gonna roost. I think it's extremely likely they knock me out here, don't get me wrong, but I kind of feel like roost gives me the highest chance where if something happens to go wrong for my opponent, then we can still be in this game. Whereas any other move I go for there, we're pretty much dead. Okay, they have Ice Shard, I'm probably dead here. I think this was, yeah, and they're Terra Ice. This was the smartest play for my opponent. Thing is, not every Chien Pao runs Ice Shard. Most of them do, I think. Most of the ones I've seen do run it. So it's not surprising that they had Ice Shard, but again, I was just thinking like maybe they don't. But anyways, GG's to my opponent. That was another good game, another close one. You know, that was one where, again, it really boiled down to my leads, and I should have gotten smarter about the team preview. I should have been able to look at both my team and my opponent's team, and that's something I need to get better at. Like, it's easy to look at their team and look at my team and say, oh, they have this Pokemon, so I kind of want to bring this Pokemon. But something else that's like the next level is saying, okay, from my opponent's perspective, they see that I have this Pokemon, and they might expect me to lead with it, so they're going to bring a counter lead to it. Which is what ended up happening in that battle, and one of the big reasons why we ended up losing, because we didn't really register that my opponent would predict us to lead with Breloom and then lead with their Chi-Yu, right? Right? I mean, is that why they led with Chi-Yu? I don't know. Either way, the fact that they led with Chi-Yu in the face of my Staraptor was very, very bad for us, and that really, I think, gave my opponent a ton of good momentum early on and just put us on the back foot throughout the whole battle. And we had a chance there, but you know, it was a low chance. Either way, that was really fun. So thank you very much for watching, everyone. I was going to show you one of the cool Pokemon in my party, but that would give away who my next team might have on it. So not that it matters too much, but anyway, yeah. So thank you very much for watching, everyone. I appreciate it. This was a good series of battles. You know, again, we got to show off Staraptor's power, and the team code will be in the description, or the link to the previous video, which has the team code, will be there. So thank you very much for watching, everyone. Please leave a like and subscribe for more Pokemon Scarlet and Violet videos, and I will see you next time.